so great about having an Apple. It is the ultimate experience right in the palms of your hand. It is information, it's entertainment, it's news, it's watching full-on Netflix movies. It's everything you can imagine in some of the most unbelievable clarity you will get in a tablet that's out there. And this is our best value today. Now, the last time we did this was February of this year, and it completely sold out. I know for a fact we only have one more airing of an iPad, and that's gonna be way towards Christmas, and I'll guarantee you it will not be this bundle. So we've got some options too, and I think that's what makes it exciting to shop with us here at HSN. We make it easy. We've got FlexPay. We give you tons of options in terms of choices. But I will tell you, now that we're at 4 p.m. on the East Coast, we are very limited in some options because this, once again, has been wildly popular. So let me go over the steps of how you order, because it is pretty simple. You're gonna choose from 3 color choices of your iPad. Now, right here, I want you to stop what you're doing and listen to me for 1 second. Don't get too worked up over the colors because you're going to put the beautiful case that comes with it on it. So when I tell you what we have left in some of the gigabytes, don't even worry about it, okay? Because I know a lot of you are gonna go, oh man, I missed my gigabyte color I wanted. It really doesn't matter because the case is gonna cover it up anyway. So what you're gonna do is our 3 color choices are the silver, the space gray, or the gold. Then you're choosing, do you wanna do 32 gig or 128 gig? 32 gig or 128 gig. Those are your 2 options in terms of memory. Now, I always say bigger is better. I mean, let's just be honest. Now, this is really, really key, guys. If you just come back to me for 1 second. The reason I want your close attention is if you want the 128, and by far it's the better value, you wanna get it now. There's not gonna be any left by midnight for sure. What's gonna be left in the next couple of presentations will basically be the 32 gig, and that's great. It's still an awesome deal, but for basically $100 more, actually $90 more than the 32, you're what? 1, 2, 3, quadrupling your gigabyte. So here's the scoop. I've got a hair bit left in the silver and the gold in the 128. What else I have remaining, which is about 800, is gonna be in the space gray. Remember when I said, don't get freaked out. This is always gonna be covered up. And I love the space gray. I think it's super hip and cool. But if you're like, oh, the gold sold out in whatever case I want, don't worry about it. The case is gonna cover up the color. So you want to grab that space gray. I will guarantee the gold, which is a really beautiful kind of rose gold color, and the silver, they will sell out now. That's gonna happen really quick in the 128. Okay, so 128, 32. 3 different colors of your iPads. Now, here's where the extra fun happens. You've got the case, the over-the-ear headsets, the earbuds, the neoprene case, a voucher we'll talk about, an iPad stand, a full keyboard that fits inside here. You get a stylus. You also get another stylus that helps you open doors. You don't have to touch a doorknob anymore. All of that in our exclusive bundle, and that's why this has been so popular today. Now, let's do the colors of the headset / cases that you're buying, because again, all this is included. So your last and final choice is right here. What color do you want? And again, if we can go back to the other screen, we'll kind of knock this one out so you guys can see it. I know this is gonna be our black. Then we have the silver, we have the white, red, rose gold, gold, and galaxy marble. So this is the black, which is beautiful. Here's your white, it comes with black headsets. That's your gold with the gold headsets. The Galaxy Marble is fabulous. Stop it, do we have Galaxy Marble in what? Oh my gosh, do we really? So we have a couple extra dozen of the Galaxy Marble, because this was 0. This is 0 across the board on the 128. What, Pat, maybe about an hour ago? So they were able to load in just a couple extra dozen of the Galaxy case with the navy headsets in the 128 gigabyte. So if you guys were thinking about getting that earlier and you thought some of the colors were sold out in Galaxy, go right now and grab it, because that will be gone quick. Then right beside there, you've got your rose gold that comes with black headsets. Then you have your silver, which is also kind of a gray headset. And finally, at the end, you have your red with the red headset. Now, as I mentioned, we're gonna dive deep. And I love this because buying a tablet of any type is an important purchase. Buying an iPad is an amazing purchase, and we wanna make sure you're really, really happy with it. So we're gonna take you thoroughly through this to make sure you're making the smart purchase. Use our Flex. You can't get that in the Apple Store. We have a 30-day return policy. At the Apple Store, it's only 14 days. In 14 days, you have to decide whether you love it or not, and then you gotta take it back. With us, you have 30 days, and we even make returning easy. That's why so many people shop for their iPads, specifically here on HSN. The value, the configuration, the ease of purchase, and the generous return. And again, here's your opportunity to do it. Now, we'll show you the value, because I think this is a super important point. We haven't even gotten to all the vouchers you get with this. It's like fabulous. The 32 gigs retail is $928. Right now, today only, we're at $479.99. Remember, you're getting for less than $100 more, you're what, quadrupling? I don't know, Pat, you're gonna have to do the math for me. Quadrupling the gigabyte, and that's a $1,030 value that we are at $589. So clearly a substantial savings. All right, so I told you we're gonna dig deep, and I'm certainly not the expert to do that, but Bill Dugan is, and we're gonna go to Bill Dugan and say hello to him. Hello, Bill, good to see you as always. Welcome back, my love.
Great to see you, Suzanne, and well job setting this up. And what's
Thank
really
you.
been exciting about this today's special, yes, we do have that 128 gigabytes of memory. We've never offered that before in an iPad, let alone the Today Special. And this is what I like to show people, 128 gigabytes of memory. It doesn't get any heavier. It doesn't get any bigger or bulkier. And my laptop is 128 gigabytes of memory. So that memory means tons of photos and years of photos, games and podcasts. They don't have to delete, don't have to repurchase or anything like that. Oh, and by the way, everyone is also getting a full year of Apple TV Plus included. So you get streaming options. You're getting the latest and greatest in terms of memory and in terms of the iPad itself. So realize there's different iPads that are out there in the market. There's the iPad Air, there's the iPad Pro, and I go like this because they get more and more expensive. This is Apple's latest yet most economical iPad that's out there. So you still have all the great bells and whistles. You still have over a 10-inch size screen, which everyone's elated about because we can see more and get more done. Finger touch ID, a retina display with better clarity, great battery life. I mean, the list goes on and on. The biggest evolution with this new 8th generation is on the inside. It's the new chip. It's an A12 chip. What does that mean? Gobbledygook, right? What it really means, it has the power to get stuff done, but it also has the capability to do what I need it for today and what I'm going to need it for the next school year and off to college and, you know, on the next vacation or road trip, because it grows with you. It's 40% faster than that prior model. And a lot of people have been upgrading today because they know Apple, they've enjoyed the user experience, but they want the latest. And you know what? They want more memory, and they want to maybe just hand off that old one because it still works, and it's still just a reliable design. And we're going to go into why these last so long, because it's not just about the chassis and the hardware. It really comes down to how Apple has developed the entire experience. When you're downloading apps and you're trying different things, it's more secure, but most importantly, it's user-friendly. We've had people talk about their kids using it, their parents using it, the student using it, the professionals. Everyone gets their hands on this, and they thrive because it's not intimidating technology. It's actually very, very approachable. I know a lot of us, when we first got this one home button, like, wait, how can we compute with one button? Where are all the extra buttons? I mean, I need my Control Shift Alt Delete F3 buttons, blah, blah, blah. You don't need that anymore. Computing of the future is going to look like this. It's lightweight, it's portable, but if you have another tablet, maybe it is just for social media and online shopping because it couldn't keep up. I want to show you how this does keep up, and more importantly, gives us tons of great options. So I'm over here, I'm jumping onto YouTube. Oh, maybe I want to watch Suzanne's crafting show. I pull up the show.
Why thank you, Bill.
Nice little plug. And the thing is, there you go. It's fast and fluid. I mean, we've all tried to watch videos on our tablets and our phone. Is it buffering? Is it grainy? This is just so easy and nice. And while I'm watching, I'm like, okay, this is great, but I want to shop, get that item number. You can swipe up from the bottom. Let me just lift this up right here. Swipe up from the bottom, and you're going to notice I have all these little tiles right within reach. Doesn't mean I have to stop watching. Let's see. I'll drag over my web browser just like this. And that's truly how intuitive this design is. It's that simple. So now I'm on here. I'm shopping hsn.com while I'm watching the video. I'm making my shopping list while I'm watching a cooking show, or maybe taking notes while I'm in class. This is how powerful this is. And I'll be real, Suzanne, do we do this all the time? Not necessarily. Does a time come every once in a while where it's like, okay, I need to multitask. I need to get some stuff done. I want to watch my show, but I need to check an email.
Okay, wait,
That's
Bill,
that new chip.
Bill, hang on. Can I correct you there?
Sure.
Okay, you're a guy. And I love you. You know I love you a lot.
I love you too.
Only a guy would say, there's only a few times that we ever multitask.
Okay.
We women, we're
Sunday.
splitting that screen. We're trying to do this and knit a booty and try to find a recipe and learn how to make a bow with me, okay? So, no, I'm kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time. But really, to your point, that just starts to scratch the surface of the power of an iPad. And you guys, I've owned an iPad. I've owned it since the very first one. And I'm super weird. My phone is Android. My iPad is an iPad, an Apple. My computer's an Apple. And they all play together deliciously. So if you guys are worried about that, because that is kind of a stopper for some people. Because if I use my calendar on my phone, which is an Android, it will talk to my iPad calendar, and it talks to my computer, and they all talk together. So don't get freaked out about that. And I know Bill's going to get into some of the support that can help you figure that out. But it's really not something. If you're like me, I'm a dual system kind of woman, you know. And don't worry, because they will play together. They used to not to. It was so funny for years. They're both like, well, we're not going to go. Oh. Finally, they decided, well, that's pretty stupid. We're going to play together. So they do. And so I want to kind of let you know that if you say, well, you know, because you're like, well, why don't you use an Android-based tablet? It's because the iPad is the Rolls Royce of tablets. Like if you want something that is truly a superior experience, if it's entertainment or news or work or school or, you know, watching movies, you want an iPad. And here's the thing. I think, Bill, and we've talked about this before. For most of us, it's tough because you know what? We don't get the option to do it. You walk into the store and you're like, oh my goodness, and they say, here's your iPad. Oh, and by the way, if you want the case and the keyboard, and you want some headsets, and how about some earbuds, and oh, we're gonna throw in an EP case and a stand, and then we're gonna give you several $100s worth of extra voucher goodies to use on your iPad, you'd walk out thousands of dollars later. That's how it happens. In fact, it would be over $1,000 for that 128 gig. That's why so many of you buy your iPad from us. We give you really amazing packages, and this is the best we've ever done. I've never had more goodies in one package than this one. And on top of that, you've got the 5 flex pays. On top of that, what we're doing free shipping? Yeah, free shipping. So you're not even paying for shipping either. It's a great way on FlexPay to use any major credit card. You spray your payments out over 5 months, but you get it right away. Then we have free shipping that saves you more money. Very important to this story, though, is Apple only gives you 14 days to figure out if you love this iPad. And in 14 days, you really haven't gotten the full experience, because there's a lot it can do. You can dive really deep in this. What I love is we give you a full 30 days. They do not do that. So you get a longer window, 4 weeks, to make sure you really love it. And if you don't, we actually make it super easy to send it back. The problem is getting it. We went into this show, and my producer Pat and I were going over everything. And it was like, oh my gosh, the 128 almost across the board sold out. So here's what I have left. I just want to, especially for those of you guys, it's quadruple the amount of memory, which counts when it comes to an iPad. It's quadruple the amount of memory, but only $100 more. Well, actually, it's $90 more, right? $90 more. Did I do that right? No, 110. What is it? $110 more. Is that correct, Pat? Clearly, math is not my thing. Is that 110? It's 90. I did get it right the first time. Sorry, I'm doing it in my head live, talking to you all. Anyway, it's $90 more. We quadruple the memory. If you can get the 128, especially with Flex, go for it right now. So I'm going to give you an update just on the 128. If you want the 128 in the silver, with the red case, because remember, we'll get into that in just a second, I have 18 left. In the white case, 20. In the gold case, 22. In the rose gold case, 33. And the Galaxy Marble that was sold out, they were able to what we call load more in. I only have 32 left. And there it is. Thanks, guys, for grabbing that, Danny. That Galaxy Marble is the most gorgeous case, okay? So that's in the silver. If you want the gold tablet, which is gold, rose gold kind of color, in the red case, 22, the white 23, silver's 40, the black 51, and thank goodness the Galaxy Marble, again, sold out about an hour ago. We have 75 they were able to add to our amount for this show. Okay? And then in the rose is 75, the rose gold a little over 100. Your best bet by far is going to be the space gray. And in the space gray, the most limited is red at 55, rose gold at 73, and Galaxy Marble at 160. If you want any of the other colors, I've got a bit more of those. Although I only have about 800 of the space gray left. That's not a lot, guys. I mean, all of this is getting wildly limited. Now, if you want to go for the 32 gig, I get it. I'm okay across the board and everything in 32 gig. The reason I'm telling you about the 128 is it's just not going to make it much longer. So you definitely want to hurry up, especially if you want to get this Galaxy case, and please grab that early. Bill, I know you've got a lot of stuff to tell us about the interior and kind of the guts of the iPad, but will you do me a favor before that 128's gone? Could you cover all the accessories plus the keyboard, the case, and the voucher? Because I don't want people to have to wait to grab that 128 gig before it's sold out.
So the voucher right there is so important. 6 different apps and services. The most important is 3 years to the Mac U, which we'll get into a bit more, but we sometimes throw in 6 months, but 3 years is a nice peace of mind because I love it. You did get an Android phone or you have one. How do I make them communicate? They can help you out. Because yes, you can actually walk into the Apple store with this purchase. They don't care that you got on FlexPay or VIP financing. They just stand by it. But you know what? Sometimes they're not nearby. Sometimes there's a line. 3 years to the Mac U is great. You also have a way to learn a language. You have Microsoft Office as well for a year, which is great because, as we say, they play well together. And Suzanne, I also love how you pointed out the color options because this is a quick difference. This is the space gray. And when these do sit in your case, this is what you're seeing. You're seeing the front and the chassis. Space gray has that black bezel. Some people love that black bezel because it's an infinity screen.
I was going to say,
really
it looks like a big, expensive television screen.
Exactly. And remember, you get a full year of Apple TV. So you have the space gray with that black bezel. The other 2 options have the white bezel. Here's another cool distinction. Those other iPads that get more expensive, the Air and the Pro, they don't even have the white bezel. So if you like the white bezel, you like the home button, this is the tablet that you want to pick up. Because remember, it's their most economical. You still have all the bells and whistles. And we include a lot, and you're going to be getting a lot. And the thing is, you use it different the day you get it home than at the end of summer because you didn't realize I can do all this stuff, or I needed it to do this stuff to monitor the baby monitor, or, you know, to get the kids' schoolwork done, or to just, yes, it's entertainment, but it offers us that productivity. Because you look at the case that we have. This case sets it up like a laptop, which this is how computing is becoming. It's becoming tablet generated where it's easy and portable and lightweight. What has HSN done? We get the keyboard, we get the case, because look at this difference. Even though it's a larger screen, which we all appreciate, come over here and do my word process. See, I have this digital keyboard. Digital keyboard's taking up half my screen, which is fine and all, but you know what? Sometimes I need to get more work done. So what do? I have this keyboard included. I turn it on. The digital one's going to disappear. So boom, I have more workspace. And everyone realized you don't have to travel around with the keyboard all the time. You can remove it. It attaches magnetically in there. But when you do need it and you do want to get more stuff done, you have that flexibility. And I just like to show everyone how versatile it is. So that's if you want to set it up like a laptop. You have that option.
Wait, and Bill, Bill, just real quick, can you close the case with the keyboard on it?
Yep.
See, look, guys, look,
Take
isn't that awesome? Just take it with you, and there's your whole keyboard. And it's a real clicky keyboard. I love clicky keyboards.
Yeah. And that's the convenience, because you can set this on your lap if you'd like. You can actually get it closer to you, set it up on the Duo pillow.
Oh, that's true.
One thing I like, because Suzanne, you probably have gotten a few text messages from me. I'm a really bad speller. And I've never been really good at that. I cannot tell a lie. And you know what I did one summer, Suzanne? I took typing class for the whole summer. Now, what I do, if I could have talked to my typewriter back in high school, I would have probably been a lot better student because I could use big words. Granted, I think I'm using bad grammar right now, and I could have spelt it correctly. But more importantly, it does all the typing for me. How convenient is that for your lazy student or just us being lazy, whether it's emails and all that? And you see, here's that memory difference and that processor difference. I apologize, Suzanne. There are no photos of you right down here. I'm going to easily fix this. You'll get over it. Well, let me go find some. Let's go to the library, everybody.
Are you going to go do our sweaty, hot July photo?
I could go find that easily, easy peasy. So I go over here to my photo library, and remember, she just referenced a photo from years ago. And the cool part about it, I'm able to find this. And the thing is, that's where 128 gigabytes of memory comes into play. I can go show everyone that big screen if I'd like. So this is us in July. Can everyone see the date at the top of there?
Hot.
I think it's July 2012.
If you just zoom into Bill's face and his shirt,
or the sweat
nobody,
stain.
look at that. Yeah. Nobody was sweating harder than Bill that day.
Christmas in July, everybody. Good times. But this is where, but I was able to find it. Have you ever been there? It's like, where's that photo from that last summer vacation? I can't find it. I want to add it to this report. Boom. You drag it and drop it. And the thing is, that's how intuitive this design is. And that's where you're setting yourself up for success. And Suzanne, you've said it. The 30-day return policy is only here at HSN. And what's good about this is you can try it and make sure this does work for you. Make sure it works with the home office equipment. Make sure it works with your Excel and PC documents that you had in the past with this current one. And you don't have to rush to get it back. Because you do want to kick the tires if you are new to Apple. Because even when you get these emails, you're like, okay, set it up with your email. Someone from the office sends me an Excel document. Excel, that's, 4-letter word in the Apple world, it used to be. I double tap or single tap, it pulls it up really fast, which is great. Can you guys read that at home? A little small, right? Look at the clarity of this. So whether it was seeing my sweat stains or just reading the text right here, it's sharper and easier on the eyes. And what's the difference here? It's called a Retina display. So this 10-inch size screen has 1 million more pixels than a high-definition television. So what's great about that is when I do want to binge watch, whether it's Apple TV or whether it's Netflix or anything like that, it's going to be sharper, it's going to be more visual, it's going to be more exciting, and it's just by having the right tablet. But as I showed you with that spreadsheet, even the text is going to be sharper and more accurate. And I like to say the Retina display is like readers built in for your eyes because it's just enjoyable. You'll also see right over there on the side of the screen, the Apple App Store. Did you know 1 million apps specifically designed to Apple? And so what does that mean? The Apple user is everyone from kids to the professionals that are out there. So when I'm downloading stuff to keep myself occupied or the kids occupied or to connect to the office, it's going to be there, which is great, but it's easy for us to navigate. And most importantly, it's going to be more secure. So as I download the Pac-Man app or I try to download something else for work, I'm not going to get all the gook, the cobwebs and all the stuff that clogs it up year 2, year 3. So it remains efficient. I haven't shown everyone this, but this is the 2nd generation iPad. You're getting the 8th. I've had this one for 10 years. March of 2011 is when I bought it. It still works. It still turns on. Doesn't have the megapixels in the camera, 16 gigabytes of memory, not 128. And so maybe I wanted to upgrade, and I'm handing this one off. Maybe, you know what? Dad, happy Father's Day. You want a tablet? Here, you can have my older tablet. I got the upgrade. And that's where it's really
Bill, you're so generous. Here, Dad.
Aren't I the nicest? It's slightly used, 10 years old.
You shine it up with your elbow. Here, Dad. Let me get this. Let me get that fingerprint. Feeling super generous today. Okay, guys, I have to give you an update. I'm gonna actually walk towards the front so you can see it. We love the Galaxy Marble. It's so funny. So we're getting ready to go do the show, right? And we're like, oh man, everybody went after the Galaxy Marble. I'm gonna actually remove the headsets. They're included. But you guys, if we can go in tight, Danny, like super tight, because it is so gorgeous. We were able to get, what do we have? Maybe 100 left in all the 128 choices. Okay, in the silver iPad, we have 15 left in the Galaxy Marble. If you want to get the gold iPad, we have 38 left. Oops, sorry, that's the gold. 38 left in the Galaxy Marble. And then finally, if you want the space gray, I have 139. But you gotta remember, really guys, you're just picking your favorite case color. That's kind of what we're doing, because once you put your iPad in there, you don't see the color of the back of the iPad. Now, I love what Bill said. You will see the border around the iPad. And let me put these side by side, because you made such an excellent point. Imagine if your television set you're watching right now had a white border around it. I think that would be a little distracting. You just don't get such a great experience. We love that black bezel on our TVs. So look at the difference. Look at the difference between the white iPad border, and this is obviously on the gold and on the silver, and then if you get that space gray, it goes from, well, certainly a great experience to, wow, this is like watching your high-def 4K TV because you don't have the distraction of the white around a picture. And I will tell you, if you want to watch Netflix or Hulu, or that comes with a year of Apple Plus, which actually people have to pay for, here's your opportunity to do that. And it will be the most amazing experience to be able to watch those on the screen. They're fantastic that way. Yeah, I got to put it back to the other one because I'm upside down and backwards. But I just wanted to point that out because the space gray is the only one that has that black bezel on it. And I think that really does enrich your watching experience, big times. Also, please remember, you get everything you see here, all these goodies. We've never done a better bundle than this. And we haven't even gotten into everything you get with this voucher. There are so many extras that we've packed in this voucher. You get a neoprene case if you just want to put it in there and you're traveling with it. Not only do you get wired earbuds, you get the stand, and this stand's awesome. If you're in the kitchen and you want to like look at some recipes, you actually just slip it in there. I've got to center it. You slip it in there and all of a sudden it'll stand by itself. There's your magnetic keyboard that clicks into the case. I love this. You get 2 stylus, and this one actually helps you open doors. So if you don't want to touch a dirty, grimy door, that's included. And you're going to get the over-the-ear DJ-like headset, or over-the-ear DJ-like headsets. Those are included with the actual case. It's a tremendous, tremendous value. So here's what we've done. We have sold over 41,000 today. So 4,100 today. My math is all off, by the way. Thank you, Pat. 4,100 have been sold today. This airing already about 300, 400. We have maybe max, like maybe 3,000 left. I know we just don't have a lot left. A little bit, a hair bit over 3,000. So Shannon's gonna have a few, but especially, I'm telling you, if you wanna get that 128 gig, it's quadruple the gig of the 32 for only $110 more. Yes, I am bad at math, I will admit it, so I had to correct myself. So for $110 more, you're quadrupling the memory, and you want to get as big a memory as you can. If you wait until we get to the last couple presentations, the 128 is gonna be very, very limited, if not completely sold out. Now the 32 is fine. I mean, it's great. I have a 32 gig and it works for me, but we always want more if we can get it. So I love the fact that in this last presentation, we still have a pretty broad variety in all 3 colors and choices in that 128 gigabyte. But overall, very, very little left in that. So I'm just giving you an update because we're kind of halfway through, and I want you to make sure you get the biggest bang for your buck. And that 128 gig is by far the better value between the two. It's just, you can do the math. You can see that. Quadruple the memory, but not quadruple the price to be able to get that. All right, Bill, I know you've got even more to share with us. So would you do me a favor? Can you just run really quickly some of the apps and extra goodies you're gonna get? Because it's a massive collection. In fact, the first 2 just blew me away. You're getting Video Maker Plus, which is a $140 value, and you're getting the Mac U, which is a 3-year exclusive membership, which is a $90 value. First time we've ever offered that. Those 2 are already close to, oh, my math's so bad, what, $230 value just in those 2 vouchers.
Yes, and that's just 2 of the 6. You also have a hotspot protector. You have that Office suite, so you can use Excel and Word. You have Caribou, which is interactive FaceTiming and you know, gaming and reading with the Gearan kids, so you don't have to make the faces. And even you have transparent.com for 3 months, which is a way to learn a language. What else are you doing this summer? Pick this up and get it home and use everything that we're including. And you mentioned the stylus. This cool stylus is fun because maybe actually I keep this, it's metal. Can you do that? I keep it on my keychain, so when I need to go swipe and sign at the grocery store, I don't have to touch things. Yes, it opens doors. It even opens bottles. You can see the little hook right on there. So, I mean, these are even giftable if you want to keep the tablet for yourself and give away the stylus. But you also mentioned that memory jump. Suzanne, we've done other iPads before, and normally it's 32 gigabytes, 64 gigabytes, doubling the memory for $100. We have quadrupled that memory today. Being a Today Special, we have gone big. We want you to get great options and realize this is that latest generation, so it might do more and perform more and better than what you've had before. And there's little differences. I'm going to take you through, did you know where the control center is? This is what's great about it. Up here at the top, you just swipe down from the top and you have all these control options. We've heard of screen grabbing, but have you ever screen recorded? So I don't know if you knew, but right up here, you can play music, you can bring up and down your brightness, see, play some music over here, bring up my volume. And the thing is, this is how easy and intuitive it is. So this is your control center, which is great. But more importantly, you have all these widgets that you can add. Here's another fun one. How many times, okay, we were watching that Suzanne video earlier. Maybe I want to take that, or maybe I'll take my photos and fling them to the television. Because by the way, Suzanne, this photo of us at Christmas in July, do you know this was 2010?
No way.
So I can take this photo, start my slideshow because it's Father's Day, it's the graduate, drop down, screen mirroring. You'll find all these different devices, and all of a sudden this photo, it's going to be on the TV over my shoulder. The game that I was playing on here can be jumped up to the big screen just like that. That's Apple giving us a lot of power, but a lot of options. Use it with, this is a Samsung TV. It's not even an Apple television, which is great. Or do you ever have those gamers in the family? Or with those older tablets, I bet it couldn't do this. You go down to the Apple App Store, Then you have the actual Apple Arcade right over here. Look at some of these games. Big name games, high graphic games, demanding games. And sure, guess what? You can twitter around with your thumb, or if you have controllers like this, you can actually Bluetooth connect this controller, turn this into a gaming system, or fling it up to the big screen and use it that way, because that's where you have fun with it. It's not a tablet where you're like, oh, I wish it could do this. It's going to be like, I'm really impressed with what my tablet does. So I'm watching my video over here on YouTube, but maybe I'm like, oh, this is really funny. I want everyone to see this. So it's not playing here, but it's playing over my shoulder on the television. It looks better, it performs better. And that's going from the tablet to the big screen. But to be honest, the display on here, you are so content whether you're on the couch or in the office, or this is your office. So if you do need to take it with you, it's as simple as, I'm going to disconnect from the television over here. It just gives you a lot of great options because you have that new chip on the inside. And having the latest in the hardware means you're going to have that quality for years to come. Because remember, it is their latest 8th generation. It is more capable to what we need it for today. It's 40% faster than the prior model because of that chip. Yet it's still streamlined. It's still very user-friendly. And what I appreciate about it is I use it different today than the day I got it home, my first one home, and that was years ago. So the cool part about it is now I can use it for gaming. Now I can use it for work. Now I need it to see the doctor and to see my family and friends. And we talked about this in an earlier presentation, the accessibility for younger users and older users. Apple is really dialed in on that because, they know we all have different comfort levels with technology, whether it's just being able to swipe back and forth or being able to speak to the tablet. One new thing I didn't know I could do is I made my house a smart home. Hey, Siri, turn off the lamp.
Okay.
So just like that, she turned off the lamp, or, I can interactively just go down to my smart home, turn it on, turn it off. You see what's happening in front of you.
That's awesome.
It works in a variety of ways. Do I want smart home stuff? Sure. Do you? You might not be there yet, but when you are ready for it, you're going to have the tablet that can keep up with it.
Well,
or if you, I know.
Bill, I was going to say, just to your point about staying up with it, on my tablet, as you know, I've got an earlier model. I do not have this generation. In fact, mine's probably, gosh, I bet you it's like 4 or 5 years old. The cool thing is when Apple upgrades, you upgrade too. So once you get it, it upgrades you. And then it'll be a certain point where I'm going to get my new one. But you know what's really funny is I haven't felt the need to do it yet. Because as my needs change and they upgrade the tablet, I automatically get the software upgrade to my tablet. And so I get all the latest, greatest features. And so this is something that you invest in once, and literally, I've changed mine only because I wanted thinner, I wanted it lighter, I wanted more speed, I wanted the latest processor, and then eventually you go, okay, down the road I might change again, but you're right, Bill, I'm not throwing the old one out. It is literally working absolutely fine for me, so I have no intention, but you might need one. Maybe you've got a tablet from a different brand, or it was a very inexpensive one, and you've always been really frustrated with it. When you switch to an iPad, you're just gonna literally upgrade your experience exponentially. It is that good, you guys. You'll love being on it. And like I said, a lot of people say, oh, I'd never watch a big 2-hour blockbuster movie on an iPad. Do you know what? When you start watching and you set it up, my husband and I have gathered around ours and actually very comfortably watched a full movie. You forget you're actually looking at an iPad. You think you're basically at a really beautiful high-def television. It is amazing. And I also love this too. I'm on the App Store, which there are hundreds of thousands and thousands, many, many free apps in here. I'm telling you, you have a hobby or a passion or an interest, there will be an app made for that, okay? And what I love about it is they actually are going to give you ideas and tips. App of the day, you can find out games, all the freebies, and it's everything from productivity to creativity. There's stuff if you need to have brain teasers, if you're trying to work on your memory, because maybe you want to keep it nice and sharp. It's all in here. If your kids want to draw, if you want to learn to draw, if you want to color, if you want education, if you want to learn more, if you want to try a new adventure, if you just want to play games, it's that and so much more. And I'll tell you, it's so much fun. Think of the hobby, the idea, or the concept, and I promise we'll find an app inside here that's going to match what you want to do or maybe what you want to learn. And it's wonderful because you know what? It's all in the palm of your hand. You all can take it and it's so easy. And it is this flawless, amazing amazing experience. No jitters, no waiting or spinning, no sitting around going, well, you know, I wish it would turn on eventually. No, 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 it's all here, and it's just all a flawless performance. Now, once again, I do want to give you an update because our little 128 gigabyte is extremely limited. Okay, so here we go. If you want the silver, and I'll point it out, this is the silver. Now remember, it's got the white bezel in the front, silver in the back. If you want the red case, we're down to the final 11 for the whole country. The white case, I have 14 left. The gold, 17 left. The rose gold, 26 left. The Galaxy Marble, which everybody's been, oh, it is gone. So we do not have it in the gold anymore. And then I think in the gold, in the white, and in the black, we're in okay shape, so that's silver. Now, let's talk about the gold, which is kind of a rose gold tablet, which is always popular. Again, that's got the white bezel. So the red's 10, the white 21, silver 39, the black is 50. The Galaxy Marble, 0. It is now sold out in the gold version. So no more Galaxy Marble. In the regular gold, 55, and the rose gold, I have 92. Now, let's talk space gray. And I'll tell you, just to repeat, I want you to remember the space gray is very similar to truly watching your television on the wall. If you had a white bezel while you're trying to watch a movie, your favorite TV show, or HSN, that would be annoying. With the black, it's like having the black bezel around your television. It really does basically dissolve away. And the only way you can get the black is the space gray you're seeing here. So here's what I have. If you still want to get the Galaxy Marble, I have 94 left in the space gray, 128 gigabyte. The red, I'm down to the final 39. The rose gold, the final 65. In the other colors, the pink, the white, the gold, the black, and the silver, I've got about 200 each. So really, your best bet for any of the colors, including the Galaxy Marble, you've got to get the space gray. Okay, that is your best bet right now. When Shannon comes up in several hours to do the last couple of presentations, I'm gonna guarantee you the amount of colors we have left are gonna be very limited by the time she gets to that show in the 128. Now what's gonna happen, it's fine, we still have the 32 gig. That's cool, and a lot of people have picked it up, and a lot of people will get it later on tonight. But remember, for only $110 more, you're quadrupling your gigabytes, and it's the first time we've ever done it. As Bill mentioned in the past, we doubled it, but didn't double the price. Now we've quadrupled it only for $110 extra. And again, with our 5 Flex and our free shipping, you can use that Flex. You spread your payments out over 5 months, so take advantage of that. Now, if you happen to have your HSN card, at this point, you might want to whip it out. Because here's what's gonna happen. We give you 12 months to pay it off. It's 12-month VIP financing. For the 32 gigs, it's $40 a month. For the 128 gig, it's $49.16 over a year to finally pay it off. So that just helps you out if you've got the card too. So Bill, I know you've got a whole lot more to get to, so where do you wanna travel to next?
Well, I'm working over here. Give me just a second. I'm really busy. This is my Sunday. I love Sundays. And the thing is, this is how a lot of us use our tablet. Let's be real. I do it all nice in that little home office over there, but we get cozy on the couch. We want options. We need to play a game or got to babysit the kids or whatever. Want to look at our fantasy football. Got to get work done. And you know what's cool? Yes, you can prop it up here. This is something you might want to also pick up. It's called the Duo Pillow. It's great. Can sit on your lap so you don't get tech neck. You have these 2 different viewing angles. Keep all your accessories right here too. But more importantly, it is the tablet. So what's great about this tablet is I have great battery life. I have a great screen resolution. So you were talking about, yes, happily binge watch on here because you know what? You can do it in the couch, on a camping trip, wherever, because it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it's not sacrificing performance. So yes, I was playing my game, but I can also check my emails and everything like that. I showed you that accessibility earlier. I love the fact that you can set this up for a beginner user or leave it for the family and be like, hey Siri, FaceTime Suzanne.
Did you mean Suzanne? Work?
Yes. So it's that simple to engage our smart home. I need to stop talking, but okay, there we go.
Making a FaceTime call now.
And that's really where it's very accessible, and we needed this accessibility.
Bill,
because,
my iPad's ringing.
Hi.
Stand by. Hello, I've got to say
shocker.
hello. And I'm not going to
Good to
look
be
down at
calling.
you because then my triple chins will show. So here we go.
That's another great reason
Oh,
why
can I
our
answer?
cases are also, boom, there you go.
Hi,
There
Bill.
she
Hi,
is. How you
honey.
doing, Suzanne?
It's
Good
so
to see you. Happy Sunday.
Thank you so much. It's so good to see you. Okay, so I do have a question while we're doing FaceTime. Robert asked, because I actually am on an iPad on hsn.com, if you want to ask Bill a question. He says, and this is a good time to do it, talk a little bit about Wi-Fi, because that's how you're calling me, basically, is on Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So yes, these are not these are Wi-Fi enabled. They're not on a cellular plan. And just Suzanne, did you know I can actually have a group FaceTime chat with you up to 32 individuals,
Oh,
which is
fun.
just great. I'm gonna hang up on you because yes, these do run off of Wi-Fi. That call was based on Wi-Fi, so I'm not running up a phone plan. So how do you connect to your Wi-Fi? You have your Wi-Fi symbols up here or in settings. Some people get confused because there's data plans. There's some tablets that have data, which is a whole other kit and caboodle where you pay a monthly fee and all that. It's more based on a cell phone plan. But this is just based on Wi-Fi. But that's what's great about it. Most Wi-Fi is everywhere, so you can get online and download. Or what I appreciate about that 128 gigabytes, yes, we talk about it is tons of memory, right? Tons of photos and blah, blah, blah. But more importantly, it allows me to download more. So I can download feature-length movies and podcasts, and I don't need Wi-Fi because they're stored on here. So that's really what's fun and exciting about having that more memory option. Because yes, you can get away with 32 gigabytes. A lot of us do, especially if you're comfortable with using the cloud, because then it'll just be your backups up there. Some of us like to have it all very accessible. And can you see the visuals on here? These visuals are exciting, whether it's, slideshows and movies or games, but it's also going to be, yes, the work I need to get done. So, I'm sitting here on the couch. It's, work from home day or whatever, and someone sends me an office. Okay, tax document, right? Normally, I would need to print this out. Hopefully the printer's working and it has ink and all that. Or I can come right over here. You follow the little icons, the pen icon, or better yet, I got my stylus right over here. I need to sign this. We'll hit a red pen, and I'm just gonna do this really crude, but boom, Bill, that's my legal signature. I just signed and filled out this document, and I can send it back to the accountant. That's how efficient it makes those mundane tasks from work, paying bills, just replying and corresponding to people. And that's emails. That's, preventing me from that. Do you know you can even text message over here? Suzanne, I'm going to send you a picture. Hopefully we have the right tablet for you, but boom, just like that. Send you a picture. There you go. Actually, and this is kind of fun. Did you know I can't even do this on my phone when I send text messages? Where did I go? Close that out. I can actually I'm going to send you a heart. I'm going to actually draw a heart. Oh, I heard it. I think you got it. Boom, just like that.
Whoops.
And what this is going to do, it's going to actually
Get my
send you the
head out of
heart,
the way.
and you're going to see me doing the chicken scratch to
Oh, there it is.
make that heart. Bing.
Come here,
And the
little
thing
fella.
is, we're connected and it's reliable. And at the end of the day, I'm not carrying around a huge device. I'm carrying around a 1-pound device, 128 gigabytes of memory. And that's where it really is just great, because I'm going to take it to the gym. I'm going to take it on a trip. I'm going to be connected. I'm going to take it to class. Remember, you get the case. The case has that keyboard. So what happens is I'm sitting here on the couch too. I can prop it up this way and type. Oh, did you text message me back?
I
Oh, this is gonna be
did.
fun. And the thing is, you're a good host. Not all the hosts can do that. You're really, your Apple.
I do.
And I can put this on my lap, which is great. Should we see what Suzanne said, everybody? This
Yeah,
is what's,
go
oh,
ahead
this
and
is
look.
exciting. Okay, come over here. Oh, no, I hit the wrong icon. Okay. And that's other fun thing. How many times have we tried computing or get family computing like, oh, I'm scared of all the buttons. I'm going to break it. I'm going to do something wrong. No, you're not. Oh, she sent me back XOXO. And the
Oh.
thing is, we are connected. So real quick, you can take this to the Apple Store. One thing you should always do is look for this little light bulb icon. It gives you some tips and tricks on the latest operating system, because as Suzanne even said, you're going to get updates. But we don't get to often do 3 years of the Mac U. And that's primarily because, yes, this is a Today Special. We went big. You get the tablet, you get the case, you get the keyboard, you get a bunch of other great goodies. But the peace of mind of knowing you have the Mac U for 3 years is very nice. And you have that extra time to try it out. Apple gives you 14 days. We've doubled that, so you can really make sure this does work with your smart home devices, maybe works with your Android phone. And actually, I love that example, Suzanne. I talk about you often because a lot of us do have mixed platforms, or if this is a gift, you don't know if they have Android or Apple, or does it matter? But it is an indulgence. And this is the other thing you have to realize. Suzanne, you've seen it. We share a lot of tablets here, a lot of brands, a lot of different price points.
Sure.
This is our #1 tablet because we make it affordable. It's a brand we know and love. And look at that, 45% faster than the prior model. because this is their latest. With over a 10-inch size screen, with a retina display, high definition front and rear facing cameras, so you can really be connected, show stuff off, capture great stuff, compatible with gaming, but more importantly, it's compatible with all our lifestyles, all our learning levels, all our comfort levels, because I think, Suzanne, you've probably been there, or your son, you buy him something nice, and he never picks it up again, never gets used. Yeah. And I mean, we've all been there, I think, where it's like, that was not worth the investment, but this truly does not get ignored because it really just allows us to use it in a variety of different ways and a variety of different means. I mean, one day I'm working from home, next day I'm recuperating from home. Guess what you're gonna be taking with you? Your tablet. It just, it's always there with you.
Well, it is, and it's there on the go. You know, so it's just as entertaining and fun and useful when you're at home. And then when you go to travel, it's not like you're dragging a big laptop and you couldn't take a desktop, for gosh sakes. You're just gonna grab your iPad and go. It really is a remarkable experience. If you've got an off-brand or some tablet you've had for a gazillion years and you're just all cracked and it's a hot mess, then take advantage of the deal we're offering today. I don't think you'll ever regret it, I really don't, because we give you this massive package and we give you the 5 Flex and you're getting free shipping and you're getting a special savings, and that's literally for a 24-hour window. The problem is, will you get the one that you need? Now, this is interesting. Our Space Gray right here, which again is the only one that comes with the black bezel. This bezel makes a big difference. It's very much like watching a television at home. If you imagine watching your TV right now and there's a big kind of white bezel around it, you know, that would be a little distracting. The black bezel just kind of dissolves away. My other analogy I like to use, you ever go past a house and they have a white picket fence? You're like, oh, what a cute white picket fence. Then you go past a house that has a black fence and you go, oh, what an elegant house. The fence kind of dissolves away. To me, that's very, very much what that black bezel reminds me of. It just sort of disappears. You don't really even notice it. Versus the white bezel, if I had the same movie on here, you pretty much see that white bezel all the time. It doesn't really go away, but the black just seems to disappear. So if you want the Space Gray and the 128, overall, it is by far the most limited now. If you still want to get the Galaxy Marble keyboard case, which everybody gets one, but if you want that one, it's the only print and it's gorgeous. I have 75 left in the 128 gigabyte. And I just want to repeat this again, and I apologize if you heard it before, but if you can go big, go big. Because for $110 more, we quadruple the amount of gigabytes. You go 32, which is fine, but only for 110 bucks more, you can go to the 128. And I will tell you, in the long run, having the most gigabyte you can get in an iPad is incredibly important, because you really don't get to the day where you go, oh, wait a minute, I gotta start dumping some of my apps out, or I've gotta unload all these really high-def videos I recorded of the grandkids because I've simply run out of space. So by going to the 128, you're gonna have a lot more longevity, a lot more space inside your iPad to be able to hold all those memories and the videos and all the information that you want it to hold. It's very easy. You're choosing, do you want 32 gig or do you want 128? Then you're choosing, do I want to do the gold, the silver, or the Space Gray? So you're choosing your gigabyte and then the color of your iPad. Then the last choice is, what case do you want? Everyone gets a huge voucher with hundreds and hundreds of dollars of extra goodies here. Everybody gets the magnetic keyboard that fits in here, or it can be used separately. Everybody gets a neoprene case. Everybody gets not one, but 2 headsets. You get the earbuds, you get the over-the-ear. You get the stand. You get 2 stylus, your everyday pen stylus, and this one is a stylus that's metal and actually helps you open doors if you don't want to open a dirty old grimy door. Then you're just choosing your case color. The black, the white, the gold. Last chance at the Galaxy Marble in the 128. It's only available now in the Space Gray. Then you have your pink, which I think is awesome. You have the silver, that's silver with the gray headphones. And then you get the red with the red headphones. And by the way, these are beautiful. Like, no one's given them much love today, but I think they should. They collapse down, they're kind of like that DJ style. So they are portable. If you're finally gonna go on the airplanes, maybe you're taking the kids on a road trip and you're like, okay kids, you watch on the, the iPad, your own thing. They can put the headsets on, or of course, you can use the earbuds as well, because you get both options options in our exclusive package. And please remember too, you get 3 years of that Mac University. That is the first time we've ever offered that. And that allows you to really maximize it. A lot of people buy an iPad and they do things like, oh, I do my email and I watch some movies and I surf the internet on it. What that university helps you do is to really max out the capabilities of an iPad, because it'll do more than you can ever imagine. It is so much fun when you start really diving into how productive, how fun, and how creative owning an iPad could be. And I'll tell you, the screen absolutely matters. If you've only been using a pad that you maybe bought it for $59 or $159, you have no idea the performance and the brilliance of moving into and owning an iPad. It is absolutely the Rolls Royce when it comes to gorgeous. Look at, I love this picture of Marla. It's like, what's she looking at? I do, here we go, there she is smiling. But it really is just the ultimate when it comes to performance and quality, smoothness, and just an all-around amazing experience. And that's why people line up, you know, down the street in front of an Apple store to get an iPad, to get the latest something. It's because everybody knows it's that level of great, and we all want the best we can get, right? We sometimes have to settle for less, but I love it with our Flex and our free shipping, our exclusive deal. You are getting the very best, and you're getting it, and it's more affordable, and a longer return window too, 30 days versus 14 in the iPad store. Go to the Apple store, they're not gonna give you 5 Flex. They're gonna be like, what the heck are you talking about? You gotta pay the whole thing right now, and you'd spend over $1,000 for the 128 gig to get all the extras that we're offering. So here's your opportunity. Again, before I go back to Bill, I just wanna mention, if you want the 128, the problem is we're not airing this now for another 2 hours, 2-3 hours. Shannon's coming up to wrap up the day. The 128 across the board, every option you see in front of me will be extremely limited. Most likely what Shannon will have left is maybe, oh, I don't know, the space gray's really limited, yeah. Are we okay? Oh, I got it. I'm sorry, my producer updated me. He mixed them up. The space grays were in pretty good shape. It's the silver. Is that it? There's 150 total left in the silver in 128 gigs. How many do I have left total in the gold in 128? We have 250, and then I've got probably about 700 left in the space gray. And again, that's your best bet. And also a great choice, I believe. All right, Bill, what do you want to show us next, please?
Well, you just really reminded everyone how versatile and powerful this is. You know, we buy some things that are just for the kitchen, just for the home office, just for crafting, which I know you love. But this really works across the board because, I mean, you've done movie making on yours. You've done crafting on, this is my kind of crafting where it's digital crafting. It's like, ooh, look at me. I got a fun background. But the thing is, I can post this. I can print this out. I can put this on social media because this is the type of stuff that, you know, you can do anywhere, but that's for the crafter or the aspiring crafter. And then you want to get into movie making or editing. And this is the type of stuff, remember, we used to hire professionals to do this. Now we can actually do it ourselves. Upload the family movies, upload the pictures from the graduation. Wait, I want this one to go somewhere else. This is how easy it is. Just drag and drop. Your finger does the walking and the talking. And remember, it's visual, it's easy. And that's really where Apple has set themselves apart, because there are a lot of tablets out there, but if it's not easy and intuitive and responsive, I noticed you were actually just a second ago, you were on HSN and you're flipping through. And I mean, how often does this happen where it's like, you know, watch us on hsn.com. I mean, this is the live show, boom, just like that. Okay, it went back a little bit in time, but boom, we'll zip forward to the front. And this is, there we are. That's how responsive, oh, that's Callie. But more importantly, that's how responsive this is to how we, you know, we change our minds. We were joking at the beginning how only you guys multitask. I get it. I'm all of a sudden in a rabbit hole of YouTube videos and it was like, oh, wait, I forgot to pay that traffic bill or I forgot to do this. You have the processing power there because remember, the new chip is the biggest evolution with this 8th generation tablet. And that new chip does allow us to get more done. Please notice these are Microsoft and Word. You have access to those documents as well. You have the Apple version as well. And with that extra return policy time, it's the perfect place to pick it up and try Apple products. Because if you're new to Apple, I get being somewhat hesitant. But when you get it home, that's when you're like, wow, I should have done this a long time ago. My aunt, classic example, bought a few no-name tablets over the years, tried them out, kind of binge-watched here and there. And, you know, it got her by. But she kept having to buy them and buy them. when you buy the quality, when you buy the room that you're going to have in terms of 128 gigabytes, it will last you and give you tons of options to download and to add. That finger touch ID was probably one of the biggest upgrades where people were jumping up to a new tablet because they didn't have to remember usernames and passwords. They didn't have to confirm a purchase. I mean, a lot of us have kids out there who's like, when did I buy all of these apps? Because they remember your password more than you. Now you have to have finger touch ID to confirm a purchase. But even HSN's app, you have to confirm a purchase, or logging into your HSN account is even easier. Little upgrades like that is the Apple difference, but it's easy upgrades, intuitive upgrades. We're about to wrap this up, and I just want to remind you, if you're on the fence, realize you have so much support. You have that little light bulb icon that helps you with some tips and tricks. You can still walk into the Apple store with this because it's a legitimate Apple product, their latest in terms of the standard iPad, so they'll help you get by too. But then we're giving you that 3 years of Mac U, which sometimes 6 months, maybe a year, but 3 years, I don't think we've ever done that much before. And it's 24/7 online video support. We've been there where, why can't I connect to the printer? What happened? Where did my Netflix app go? It will really take you through the process with video tutorials. Very simple. And that's just one of the 6 apps on here. Office is on there, Way to Learn a Language, Caribou's on there. And that's where you're gonna find out that when you get this home, I can do this, that, and this. And that's where, I mean, just look at all the different stuff I have up and running. I'm not limited to what I'm using. I really have a lot right here at my fingertips. Here's actually another trick you might want to do. Okay, I have a lot of different things up and running. It's not really slowing it down, but to keep the battery life maybe a little crisper, you might just want to swipe up, and that'll help close out these extra documents that I haven't used in a few weeks because they kind of are running in the background. But you don't have to worry about that. That's more if you are noticing maybe a little bit of a lag or something. You might have a lot of stuff that's up and running. Sometimes the kids are just and you don't even know what's back there. So that's just another nice little tip to keep it running efficient. But when you think about how long I've had my iPad, Suzanne, how long you've had yours, these keep going. So you're investing in that hardware. And that's why we have been showing off the colors, because yes, the colors are kind of fun, but this is going to be sitting in a case. So the front is what you're going to be looking at. And that's that Retina screen. So whether you're binge watching, whether you're just using this for work and checking emails, you're going to enjoy that crisp clarity. But let's be real. When this is my office and I'm checking emails, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to play a game. I'm going to catch up on a movie. Your social media on here even looks better and more enjoyable because it's on a bigger screen. I mean, actually, Suzanne, have you ever done that? You're trying to order dinner and on your phone, and you're looking at the menu, and you can't even see it all. And then it's like, you know what? Why are we doing this? Let's get on the tablet because, boom, you can see the food. You can see, oh, this comes with soup and salad.
Look at the clarity of that.
Doesn't that look good?
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
And that's what we
need,
want, an enjoyable experience.
We need a little margarita
Bingo.
maker. But hello. That's hello right there.
I'll look up the recipe. You get the margarita machine out. We'll be good to go.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting you all ready for summer here. We're going to get you a lot of products you can use all summer long and enjoy your summer, including your iPad as well. And guys, again, this is an exclusive bundle. You can't find it anywhere else. It is exclusive to HSN customers only. If you want the Galaxy Marble, that's that only printed case we have, and you want the 128 gigabyte, I have 30 left in that. So if you want that, and can you guys see it just one more time? Because I know we got to wrap it up. But I just want to show you the Galaxy. Can you go in tight, Danny? Is that all right? Can you go any tighter than that? You guys see, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I can't touch it or I would, trust me. That's it? That's all I got? He's like, okay, here we go, here we go. Yes, let's just get